What's up world, it's just Ruslanka, and today I am in the middle of editing. First of all, it is Monday, top of the week, and it gets pretty frustrating it gets frustrating being a content creator in so many different ways. I don't know about you, but I am on a upward spiral, and when you are en route of doing great things, a lot of challenges just seem to just pop up out of nowhere, and those challenges are set to deter you. And one of the most common phrases we've been saying around the team is resistance. Resistance is just obstacles that just show up just to stop you, just to test you, and it could be anything in life. And that's just what happens, you know. It's called turbulence, and I could say in this time of life I am experiencing some turbulence. But that's what happens when you're going towards higher altitudes, right? Turbulence, and it's a good problem. So I guess the point of this video is supposed to be motivational and to get you to feel and understand that you are not alone. If you feel like you're experiencing annoying drama for no reason, you know, you're not alone. You're not alone. These things happen, and there's always a solution. Especially if you're not victim mindset, there's a way out. As long as you know that you're the reason why you're experiencing these things, you're in control and you can solve these issues. The answers, they're all in your hands. So yeah. In today's video, speaking of resistance, I just decided, you know what, let me go ahead and show you guys my editing process. I know I talk about CapCut a lot, but I do edit on Final Cut Pro a lot as well. Well, there's a healthy balance. Let me explain to you. Ooh, I'm trying to screen record and it's not allowing me. Why is this not happening? See, this is the resistance I'm talking about. I'm talking about when I'm just trying to screen record a video on my computer to show you how I edit, and QuickTime is like, nope, we're not gonna let you do that. So fine. I know I talk about CapCut a lot, but there are some perks still to using Final Cut Pro, you know. I still use Final Cut Pro when it comes to editing large projects, and I find that sometimes CapCut just doesn't have the ability to handle everything that I'm trying to create. So that's why I will find myself editing on Final Cut Pro. For some reason, my computer doesn't want to screen record, and that's just fine. So I guess I'll just talk about my process. When it comes to editing videos, after I do my scene selection, I will go ahead and add all the clips to the timeline. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to adding all the clips to the timeline, you don't want to be stuck with 100 minutes of footage, right? So that's why it's important to start with the plan in the beginning. So when you're shooting your video, you want to make sure you have a plan. You want to shoot to edit. So this is a common reason why you don't just want to point and shoot, or what is it called, guerrilla shooting, when you just take it's called running guns. You don't necessarily want to run and gun, and if you do want to run and gun, you got to be a seasoned running gunner where you still have a plan in mind. So as you're shooting, you should already be having an idea of what the end goal of the video, whatever you want it to look like. So after I do my scene selection and I choose the most cool pick, after I do my scene selection and I look through the videos and I delete all the garbage and I see, okay, these videos make the cut, I add them to my timeline. Once I add them to my timeline, just like CapCut, Final Cut Pro has the same hotkeys, so I just press B and I use my blade tool and I get to cutting, and I cut only the parts that I know are gonna make the shot. So you can have a minute clip and only 2 seconds make the cut. That's just fine, because people's attention spans are, you know, not so long. So I just like to keep the clips short and sweet. So after I add the clips to the timeline, I just go ahead and start chopping it up. And I start editing it. Then once I'm done choosing the clips, that I want, that's when I find a song that matches the vibe that the client wants or that I see fits perfect for the video. Once I find the song, and how I find the song is by going on YouTube and searching for a song that I like. Once I find a song that I like, I go in the search bar and I erase everything after the UBE. So it should be, what at the top, it will say YouTube. You only want it to say ute.com after you erase the UBE of the URL that you're on. Then once it takes you to that page, ute.com, you download the song, or you can just screen record the song. You download it, and then you import it to the timeline. And then from there, I like to cut to the beat. So this is where I'm cutting to the beat and then adding transitions to make everything look cool. So that's pretty much what's happening right now. I am here editing a video that we shot it was the second annual Juneteenth run in Overtown. And I was working with Erase the Hate on behalf of them. They had me out there, they trusted me enough to shoot everything, and it was a great experience. They were running for education, and we were out there, we were in a car getting car shots. I was literally walking backwards, running. Like, the only thing I wish I really had that day was an ND filter. I feel like that could have did a big difference, but I shot with the Sony a7 R3, and I was on the DJI R3 stabilizer. So I feel like, oh, and then I had two mics. I had wireless mics as well for that shoot. But I wish, there's a lot of things, right? Shoulda, coulda, woulda. You just get better with time. But I know on my gear list, so if there's any sponsors, anybody wants me to do a review on an ND filter for my G Master lens, shout out to me. I would definitely love to have a ND filter for my 24x70 G Master lens. When it comes to creating content, my team and I, we already have a tone that we like to go for. We tell stories. You know, we're not like all videographers that just shoot anything. Our whole idea at the end of the day is to tell a story. So that's my whole idea behind editing this video. I wish my computer was working better so I could screen record, but for some reason I can't screen record. I can't screen record, and that's just fine. It's just fine. This whole video was just, I guess, a little side chat, side conversation as I edit. I just was like, hey, let me just talk to my friends on the internet and tell them what I'm up to and tell them what I want to do. And yeah, I hope you was able to pull something from this video. Like, what are you guys working on? And would you guys like to collaborate on certain projects? Like, what are you guys working on that you see me being a good fit on for your project? Or are there any tips you'd like for me to share with you? Because I'm super happy to be a resource that can definitely be someone to make your journey a lot smoother. I feel like sometimes great resources could be a little bit hard to find, but here I am, and I want to be used. So go ahead and just holla at me. It's just for Slanka, you know, I'm just for Slanka, another girl here, just on her mission to be great and to fulfill and continue to self-actualize. So I'm here to be a vessel, a creative vessel, a creative genius.